A week ago, she couldn't bend her knees without wincing. Each step felt like walking on glass. Getting out of bed in the morning was the hardest part of the day. There was no injury, no recent fall. Just a slow, creeping stiffness that had taken over her joints that made gardening feel impossible. Kneeling down? Out of the question. Even sitting for too long made her knees lock up like rusted hinges. And here's what makes this story worth sharing. Just 7 days later, her knees felt smoother, the cracking reduced. She could stand, walk, and even crouch slightly without the usual jolt of pain. No doctor visit, no prescription drug, no expensive cream. What changed? A simple oil, one you probably have in your kitchen right now. An oil that's been used for centuries in traditional households. Now nearly forgotten in the age of pills and surgery. This video is for anyone over 60 who's living with stiff joints, aching knees, or hips that just don't move like they used to. Because yes, there's a natural way to feel light again. And it starts with this humble oil. Stick around because by the end, you'll know the oil's name and what makes it so effective. Exactly how to apply it step by step. What to expect each day as your body begins to respond. And 3 natural pairings that supercharge its effects. But before we dive in, leave a comment below with your age and where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe to Health Simplified for natural, practical ways to care for your body every single day. Part 1. Why joints stiffen after 60? Let's begin with a question most doctors rarely explain fully. Why do joints start to stiffen as we get older? For 68-year-old Anita, it didn't happen overnight. In her early 60s. She just noticed her knees didn't bend as easily as they used to. She assumed it was just part of aging. But as months went by, it grew worse. Simple tasks became difficult. Climbing stairs felt like lifting weights. Even sitting cross-legged became a thing of the past. But what she didn't realize, and what many don't, is that her body wasn't just getting old. It was trying to protect itself. Here's what was really happening. The cartilage in her joints, the soft, cushiony tissue, was thinning out. Her synovial fluid, the natural lubricant of the joints, was drying up slowly. Inflammation from years of wear and tear had set in like a silent guest. And without enough movement, the muscles around her knees began to weaken. Less movement led to more stiffness. More stiffness led to even less movement. It was a cycle, quiet, slow, but relentless. Her body didn't need medicine. It needed help. And help came in the form of something she'd used all her life for cooking. Part 2. The oil she almost threw away. It was a rainy morning when Anita went looking for her winter socks. She reached into the back of her linen drawer and pulled out a small tin bottle. Something she hadn't seen in years. Mustard oil. She had used it as a child. Her grandmother would rub it into her joints on cold days, humming softly as she worked. Back then, Anita thought it was just tradition. But now, standing in her kitchen with aching knees, she thought, why not try it again? She poured a few drops into her palms, warmed it gently between her hands, and massaged it into her knees, just as her grandmother had done. The smell was sharp, familiar. It brought back memories. And within minutes, she felt something remarkable. Heat, real warmth, spreading through her skin into her stiffest joint. Not burning, just alive. That night, she slept better than she had in weeks. No tossing. No sharp aches waking her up. Part 3. Why mustard oil works so well. So what makes mustard oil so powerful? Especially for older joints. Here's what science and tradition agree on. Mustard oil contains allyl isothiocyanate, a compound that increases blood flow and penetrates deep into muscles and joints. It's naturally anti-inflammatory, calming swelling inside the joints, warming, helping tissues release tension, rich in omega-3s, which support joint lubrication, and packed with antioxidants. Protecting the tissues from damage. It doesn't just mask the pain like many creams. It stimulates your body to repair, to move, to wake up again. Part 4. How Anita used it, the ritual. Anita didn't just rub it on and hope for the best. She made it a ritual. Here's how she did it, and how you can too. 1. Timing. Twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. After a warm bath or gentle movement. Point 2. Warming the oil. She placed the bottle in warm water for 2 minutes. Not boiling, just enough to make it cozy. Point 3. Application. She sat down, comfortable and quiet, rubbed the oil between her hands. then slowly massaged it into her knees, her hips, and even her lower back. Always in circular, upward motions, never harsh, always loving. Point 4. Post-massage rest. Afterward, she wrapped a warm towel around her knees for 10 minutes. Sometimes she'd elevate her legs with a pillow. And then, just breathe. It wasn't just healing for her joints. It was healing for her heart. Part 5. What to expect, day by day. Day 1. Warmth. Comfort. A small sense of hope. Day 2. Less cracking when standing. Easier to climb stairs. Day 3. Sleeping deeper. Fewer night aches. Day 4. Movement becomes smoother. Not effortless, but better. Day 5. A change in how the knees look. Less puffiness, more tone. Day 6. She catches herself walking without holding furniture. Day 7. She kneels by her garden and realizes, I didn't even think twice. Part 6. Natural boosters, 3 oils that pair beautifully. Want to make this even more powerful? Here are 3 oils Anita began experimenting with in small amounts. Eucalyptus oil, just 2 drops added to mustard oil. It cools the nerves and relieves sharp pain. Camphor oil for deep stiffness, especially in the mornings. Just 1 drop brings clarity and heat. Castor oil for severe swelling. When mixed half and half with mustard oil, it reduces inflammation fast. Tip: always mix these with mustard oil as the base. Never apply essential oils directly to the skin undiluted. Part 7. Gentle habits that multiply results. Oil alone isn't magic, but paired with movement, it becomes powerful. Here's what Anita did. Morning stretches in bed before rising. She bent and straightened her legs 10 times slowly. 10-minute daily walks, even inside the house. Just keep moving. Less salt, more turmeric. She added half a teaspoon turmeric to her evening meals. Hydration. 1 extra glass of water in the afternoon made her knees less stiff. 15-minute leg elevation. Just 2 cushions under her calves while relaxing. Small changes. Big relief. Part 8. Common questions answered honestly. Is mustard oil safe for everyone? Yes, for most, but always do a patch test. If your skin is sensitive, dilute with coconut or olive oil. I'm 80. Will this work? Absolutely. In fact, the older you are, the more your joints crave this kind of care. Do I have to do this forever? Not daily, but many find 3 to 4 times a week keeps stiffness away. What if I don't see results fast? Be patient. If it took years to get stiff, give your body a few weeks to soften again. Every drop is a message of love. Part 9. Closing message, gentle and empowering. Before this video ends, I want you to remember one thing. Your body is not broken. Your joints are not your enemy. They've carried you through every chapter of your life. Now, they're simply asking you to care. So tonight, take 10 minutes, warm your hands, rub a little oil, breathe, and thank your knees, your hips, your hardworking body for still being here. And if this video helped you, even a little, please let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Health Simplified, where we believe healing doesn't have to come in a pill. Sometimes it comes from a bottle already in your kitchen, and the loving hands that apply it. Until next time, walk gently and walk with love.